G'day guys, welcome to a bonus preview show looking at the Launceston Cup meeting on Wednesday the 26th of February, brought to you by Taz Racing. They've kindly invited us to head down and provide mounting yard mail for the entire meeting, 10 races, if you don't mind. We're going to look at 5 to 10 races, 5 to 10 on this preview show. We head down tomorrow, we've got Bun Bugle booked, we've got the Calcutta booked Tuesday night. Doing a bit of radio midday, which you can catch down there on the local stations, I assume. Then we head to the track where we will provide mounting yard mail, paid for by Taz Racing.
All
on our social channels and probably on theirs too, I'd assume.
Yeah,
maybe
we'll
some
share
other
all the
stuff,
content.
whatever they need, we're going to do. So the mailbag Twitter account will be trying to find you a stack of winners from Launceston on the 26th of February. Scooty, excited?
Yeah, we're pretty excited. Like, it's a good one for the mailbag customers, but it's good for everyone, I guess, on the Twitter sphere to see what the mounting yard looks like from your perspective, with some the units and some staking advice sort of attached to it. So Tasmania's a great place. Not long ago we were down in Tassie, and I just can't wait to get there, and this is a perfect time of year to get there. I don't think the weather's going to be boiling, but we're going to love it. It's going to be great.
Well, as you might know, mate, there's no carts, and I've seen the way you parade on the golf course. You don't want it too high.
Yeah, well, your back's certainly just come good, so I think you need every bit of your inner strength on the last couple of holes to get past me. I think I've improved a couple of shots, but
I need to improve a few more than a couple. But yeah, excited to get down there because this is 10 races. We don't know near as much as what we know about a Victoria meeting form-wise, but that just gives us every chance to free up and do what we do best, which is picking from the yard. So that'll all be happening as we just mentioned. Let's start previewing this meeting. We've got races 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 on this show. We're going to start with race 5, which is a 1200 metre open handicap for 3-year-olds. The rail's out 3 metres at Launceston on Wednesday. We have done a bit of research and anticipate to favour on speed to midfield horses. We'll be avoiding backing any horses that are too far back in the run.
I think that might change those the sort of the day wears on Cup Day.
Well, we've got the Calcutta on Tuesday night, so we're going to start to learn what we can from the locals, and adjust as best we can.
Well, yesterday was their Oaks Day, and I saw it was very leaderish there, and now it's sort of out 3 metres. I thought it'll probably play leaders early. We're going to preview 5 to 10 here, but as the day sort of wears on, by the time they've had so many races across the card, I think by the last half of the card, they might be getting away from the fence in the straight, and it could start to play a little bit run on. But I sort of agree with Jack, unless it's a standout horse over some distance, I'll be looking for horses sort of towards the front or midfield for sure.
Okay, so race 5, 1200 metre race, 3-year-olds. I think I found one already.
Go for it.
Number 5, race 5, Sidarova, 3-year-old filly, Brazen Bow filly. Darmanin has rode the last 2 starts. Before that it was Craig Newitt. When Craig Newitt last rode it, won. The horse that beat it last start has since won once and placed out of time. Craig gets back on. Be 25 days, 26 days between runs. It's a track and distance specialist. It's a track specialist. I think it's quite a nice little play here for us in race 5.
Yeah, I think it'll be well found in the market. DeRoche at 1.
We're doing this blind to the market.
Yeah, there's no markets up, but DeRoche won yesterday in a pretty good race, and there's talk that it's going to back up again tomorrow, but that looks like the strong form that everyone will be attached to, Sidarova, so I'd agree that that's on top. It has drawn a little bit wide, which is some concern. I thought the dangers were probably Audrey, who'll sit just in behind the leader and get a pretty soft run compared to its last start. I thought Galenis from the Scott Brunton yard was probably the other surprise packet. It's only really, really lightly raced. And then the 2 horses I didn't really fancy to get too far back or posted wide were Serene Striker and Chase on the case. So I thought they're the 2 that you take on. The market, without seeing what the market is, I'd probably think 5 goes up favourite, 3's the danger, and 8's going to be the big improver at a different price. But I think we can get, if the bookies give us something, we can have a bet there.
So race 6, Scooty over the mile, listed weight for age. Wow, there's a speed map. We've got some horses here we know a little bit about. Hell of a Street, Mandela Effect. There's our speed map. Up will come the synthetic holders. There is a market up for this one. Thoughts here, Scoot?
I thought Helver Street will lead. I think he's not quite as good as Mandala Effect over the mile. So if it's a 1400 metre race, I think the market will be closer together. I think it's about $1.50 and $3. I think the market looks pretty right. I think last time they met 2 starts ago, Mandala Effect got the better of Helver Street, and I think it was the track was to Helver Street's advantage more so that time. So I think Mandala Effect's the right favourite, and hopefully the bookies drift it from $1.50, and maybe if you get something like $1.80, you'd be entertaining a little bit there. But hopefully maybe the pattern early is leaderish, and then that might bring the price of Mandala Effect out a little bit. But even still, I can only probably map in 2 or 3 pairs back.
Yeah, they're the obvious two. Number 1, number 2, Helver Street, Mandela Effect. I thought Sav's Finale, some scope here, and a horse number 5, Zartalka, number 5, race 6, number 5. It's got a career peak over 1700 at Flemington, so it's going to enjoy the mile. But the horse that profiles the best, understandably, is Mandela Effect. Race 7, Scooty, is over the
1400. Yeah, and this is a race that DeRoche is going to back up into. My spies over in Tasmania, I've got a couple. They're saying that if the horse is eaten up from yesterday's win, it'll go into the race.
What about like a same form multi then?
I don't even know what that bet type is.
Means if you think one's going to go well.
Yeah, same race multi.
Same form multi. If we back the thing in race 5.
Oh, right.
And then all up into this.
Yeah, well, this is
it wins this short. If it's one race 5, this is going to shorten.
This must be a new age thing that the kids are all doing these days. I'm a little bit older, and they didn't know this bet type when I was cutting my teeth. But you only have to watch DeRoche. Its last 2 starts, very, very impressive. 2 starts back against like a similar field. It was just trucking in behind them and had no luck. If they're positive this time, I think it can settle very close to the lead, especially going up to 1400. I think its best option is to lead or sit 1 pair back. I've mapped it in front. The dangers, I'm sort of looking for some new form, and Miss Mandito was the one that I sort of liked at really big odds. Charlotte Littlefield and Jason Maskeel takes the ride.
Charlotte had a win on Friday night at the Valley, I think.
Yeah, so maybe the stable's in a bit of form there, and that the Flemington run was quite good late from memory, so I think it could be a big improver. And the other horse that I thought was an improver, if they can run on, but I still think if you go to 2 starts back for DeRoche and 1 start back from Platinum Angel, you see that Platinum Angel had every opportunity to go past DeRoche, who was held up, and Platinum Angel just couldn't finish off. So Platinum Angel might have been a little bit underdone for that run and could improve remarkably, which is a possibility. But yeah, I think if they go forward on DeRoche and it's eaten up its feed from yesterday, it'll be winning.
I think Twitchy Frank will start shorter than it currently is. From 11, he has to put the horse into the race. It's going to sit sort of 1-1, put it in lead. It's a proper horse. I love this horse. It's got a 400 metre peak which shits upon everything in this field.
Blinkers back on?
Blinkers back on.
Yeah.
Hit the line really nicely last start. This looks like sort of hopefully the goal for this horse. It's a profile I like. Gentico, if it gets out to a big price, I think we need to be chopping on at least. Obviously, a big watch DeRoche through the race 5 form for me and how this thing parades. And if they are running on at all, Lindsay Smith has Platinum Angel, and we saw what he did to Anjana, so this thing could just grow wings. And this horse has grown wings before. It needs to be able to run on, which we're not sure about yet. But if they are, it's big player here. But I'm pretty keen Twitchy Frank to win race 7. Race 8, Scooty, is over the
2400. It's the cup.
2400. It's the big one. It's a cup.
We're there already.
There's a synthetic hole punters. Here comes a speed map. I found this pretty tricky to even start looking at. You?
I don't know. To be honest, I like the whole card, which is a little bit scary.
No, it's because you're much more of an angle finder.
I sort of like these big cup days as well.
Things like find a few angles.
I do try and look for a setup. Takamuchi was the leader and well found in the market, I thought. Turaka Fair gets a really good draw here. I think it needs to... It's drawn barrier 2, but I noticed last time they took it to the outside of a horse, so maybe it likes to get off the fence. So if they find a position early, really reel up close and forward, and then can get off that fence, I think it's clearly the horse to beat. I think it's well found at 320. I thought Shady Huxel was a really good run last start, getting to 2,400 metres for the first time. Can definitely improve again. It had to sort of get going early and cart a couple of these other horses into the race, but was still doing okay on the line compared to the Two-Rack Affair, who got a really good run last start. I thought Exoteric was a really good run. It loomed up as if it was going to run straight past them. If you look at the replay, it sort of trucked the whole way around, and you thought, this thing's just going to absolutely bolt in at the 800. It might improve fitness-wise, but it's definitely the horse at double-figure odds. I think it's about $15 in early markets, and I think that's definitely a spoil. I don't think it'll start anywhere near that price. I thought the knockout was Settler's Stone, looking for a little bit of different form there. It was the race at Launceston last start. It's not coming out of the traditional sort of like Hobart Cup lead up, and about 30 or 40 to 1. I think that's probably your best knockout with Perez on board.
I thought Settler's Stone was one outside the box here, big time. It hit the line like it wants this true. It's a different form line. You get them some kind of value. Dogmatic was too bad to be true last start. Home by Midnight probably won't be suited by the way the race will be run. And I think you might have found one there with Exoteric. It's got the same sort of profile as Settler's Stone to me. Craig gets back on, and Craig rides. Its peak rating in its career is over 2,500 metres.
It's just starting to go off. I just see it's about $14 now, but I think I can easily see that a horse like that start $9 or $8, especially with Newitt on.
The local legend. Yeah, so that's how I'm seeing the Cup race 9 Scooty 1,200 metre dash. Some we know here, like Shot of Irish.
Yeah.
Rutica. Do you remember Rutica?
I remember Rudiger or Rudiger.
I thought it was Rutica.
Yeah, it used to be in the red and the yellow colours.
Yeah. Could have been a big one.
Who had it? It pulled some absolute bottle of runs up to the 1,200 metre straight at Flemington.
Yeah.
And I think I was sort of on the wrong side of it. It ran second a couple of times, big odds for me, which is the story of my life, really. But
got no market here, just got the speed, mate. So
or feel.
What's the feel for you here now, right now?
I think GG
second
over has got a really it's got a really short SP from last start, and it's got
savaged it.
Yeah, it's got a big turn of foot as well, so it's probably going to map in a really awkward position. But by that stage, they could be fanning out. And
do you know what its peak track and distance is? Lonnie, 1,200.
So that's a specialist.
It could be a track specialist.
Yeah, so it's gonna come up short and maybe too short to be a betting option.
Jockey's fine.
I thought now that at the weights, I thought Blaze fourth must be considered. I think it'll start probably over the odds.
Gets the winkers on.
Yeah, well, I don't know about winkers on, but GG second over compared from a weights perspective to Blaze fourth. I think Blaze fourth will be the value selection. Not sure if it can beat it or not, but I do like Shot of Irish to set up here. I know it's
a money horse though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a 1,400, 1,600 metre horse.
I want to see a bit of cash for it.
I think there could, by that stage, Brunton might have a lot of cash.
We could have. We could have cast at the same time. It's got running everywhere through this car.
If it was, I think the track's going to come up a good 4. If it was a soft track, I think they'd absolutely hammer this horse, and I think that's the way that they're sort of thinking with Shot of Irish. But I still think it'll go on a good track, fresh, and maybe a bit of a chopped up surface will suit it anyway. But I just don't know what they'll do from barrier 9. That was the query for me, whether they'll try and go forward and take off early, because they're going to have to do something to nullify the turn of foot of a couple of hours.
My Biddy's a horse I've got some profile on from its days racing in Victoria. It's got a big career peak here. It's the biggest peak in this race. If it parades outstanding, we might be betting. Rudica, same sort of story, but I think GG's second over looks the most likely here. Just a big watch the market for me, Shot of Irish.
Well, yeah,
I've got a really good profile of Shot of Irish. It's not an outstanding type or a really beautiful parader, but it's just a real tough little beast that can get the job done when it's meant to.
It's got some pretty solid form from against Age of Chivalry and those sort of horses around before. It's great form.
Age of Chivalry is like Victorian elite Group 1 form. Race 10, Lockie last, 1200 metres again. I'll keep this pretty short. There's no market, but if they go up anything north of 10s for number 5, Words of Pride, I'll be betting. It's the right sort of trip. The training's going really well. I use a system that just rates the trainers and jockeys off their sort of recent performances, and it's ticking boxes this horse for me, big time. Outside of it, I could find reasons not to bet the race on every single other run. You?
Well, if you have a look at the speed,
map, look at that map. It looks chaotic too.
It is. It's fresh hell of a map. I didn't know what to do with it. It's as bad a map as you'll see. Yeah, like it's a guessing game, and see what the track's doing by that stage as well. I'm not sure who's riding Tail of the Fox, but it looks like a knockout. It's off a big layoff.
Blinkers off first up, 400 metre horse resuming over 1200. It's a little tick box.
And then the other horses that I sort of thought were a big chance, and I'm trying to find horses probably off the fence by that stage, is probably number 3 Silkstone and number 5 Words of Pride interest me, but again, we're looking in the dark here. We need a torch, and by that stage, I think, we'll have a fair handle on the track. So
given we've only covered 3 races with markets, should that be where our bets come from? That we suggested?
I think we should. Yeah.
Punters, our best and value bet for Launceston Cup Day. We're going to share them because we've only got 3 markets to look at this point in time. Our value bet comes up in the Launceston Cup, Scooty, which is a
Exoteric at
14s, 15s. We're happy to take anything sort of above 12s, expecting it to start around $8 to $9. And our best bet, Scooty, I'm suggesting have race 5, number 5 into this, which is?
That's Sidorova, but we don't even really know what the price is, but that's what he wants to do. And then I guess we can't even agree on this, and we're trying to share the best bets, but I'd have Mandala Effect into DeRoche if she lines up. That's in race 7, so I'll just go race 6 and 7 double.
I'm going race 5, number 5, into race 7, number 11 double. That's my best bet on this card.
Yeah, so I think that's
a little bit of flair for the Lonnie Cup.
But yeah, we can't wait to get out there. As we said, all the mailbag tips, race to race, pick up with the yard. I'll be probably carrying the drinks for you, which I'm not that rapt about, but you got to start somewhere, don't you?